You feel it, you know it. D-Raw Productions.
Houston Sports Connoisseurs brought to you by
D-Raw.
What's up, everybody? It's D-Raw the Connoisseur coming to you with another episode of Houston Sports Connoisseur. I'm here today with my boy Corey.
What's going on, people? I'm back again. We got a great show for you today.
Yep. Hey, don't forget to seek, listen, and learn to be a sports connoisseur just like me. First, we're going to open up again, as usual, with the recap of college football. It's been a pretty solid week of college football. Wasn't that great, but it was some pretty good games out there.
It was great for Oregon.
Yeah. Oregon dominated Colorado. I didn't expect them to beat them that bad.
I did.
I had them by 10 points.
Yeah. I said, really, I spotted them 11 points. I said 50-17. They only put up 6.
Yeah, 42-6, man, was the final score. Bo Nix, 276 yards passing, 3 TDs, 1 interception. He played pretty solid.
So let me ask you this. Do you feel like this loss hurts Shador's chances to win the Heisman?
Yes, it does, dramatically, because when you only go out there and put up 6, bro, it's not really even a conversation at this point as if he's going to be Heisman, because next week they facing off against USC, and it's possible that we might see something similar or if not worse.
Well, hopefully, Deion can go back to the drawing board, get him, reacclimated with the system. Hopefully, Travis Hunter comes back and plays because they going against Caleb Williams, and I feel like he's the front runner to win the Heisman again.
Yeah, and Caleb Williams is really a much better quarterback than Bo Nix at this point.
Yeah.
So,
and if Bo Nix can put up almost 500 yards of offense, then I know Caleb Williams finna just be on another level.
He's going to be dominant, especially against a Colorado defense that really hasn't stopped anything. I mean, they allowed TCU to put up a lot of points. Hell, they allowed Colorado State to put up a lot of points.
Yeah, and they had to come back from behind and win that one. So
I mean, what do you really expect in this USC game? And you know what? I actually thought it was going to be a shootout. I thought Colorado would at least be able to get their offense moving, but bro,
I did too, because I thought, from that Colorado State game, I thought they realized, okay, this is our issue on the offensive line. Let's go in practice and, let's just try to correct these mistakes or either change up the offense a little bit to where, like, look, I know I got these weaknesses on the line. Let me just do some quick routes to get all my receivers involved. None of that happened. Shador was getting hit
left and right. Hey, bro,
like, oh my God.
They had a bet, and I had made the bet on Shador. He needed a half-yard rushing. He didn't get it, bro. He was like -50.
He only needed a half yard and couldn't get it?
He couldn't get it because he kept getting sacked.
Oh my God. Damn, man, that's...
And I was like, man, yeah, Shador gonna get that half yard, bro. Like, that's easy bet.
You don't think about it like, yeah, it's easy because he doesn't run a lot, but he's not gonna take that many sacks, especially since he played Colorado State. And you thinking like you learn from your mistakes week to week. I feel like they just regressed all the way back in the game.
Some of it could be regression, but I also just think that they faced a team that was just much, much better than them. He just don't have the talent to compete with Oregon.
So let me ask you this. So we already know about USC's high firepower. We know that hands down. Does USC have a good defense?
I don't know. To be honest, I haven't really seen USC on.
Neither have I. Like, don't get me wrong. When they show highlights of USC, they only show the offensive side of the ball. So it's like
you only see what Caleb Williams doing.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess from this point of view, I would say their defense gotta be decent.
Yeah, because I guess they only allow teams to get, teams they only play like what? They got like 6 and maybe like 10 points a couple of times.
Well, let's look at this. USC, they beat Arizona State 42-28.
Okay.
They allowed 28 points, but look how many points they put up. So they could have a decent defense, you know what I'm saying? They okay, but their offense is high powered, so I guess it's good enough for them to continue to win games and be number 5 in the country.
So this might be the game that you say that might be a shootout. Because you got to think about it. Oregon put up 81 points, and then they held the other team to like 7. So I feel like Oregon's defense is even with their offense.
They could have a solid defense, but Oregon ain't never been known for no defense.
And I know, and that's what threw me off, because that's why I thought last week's game was gonna be a shootout. But man, from that first quarter, I knew it was downhill.
Yeah. So another good game that was happening in the Pac-12 was UCLA and Utah. Now that was a defensive game. Utah pulled it off 14-7. Also, they was both ranked. Utah was number 11. UCLA was 22. 14-7 victory for Utah. Surprisingly, I mean, I don't know where Utah going, but that might be the scary team to watch in the Pac-12 out of all of them.
But Utah actually has USC's number, because they beat them in the past couple of years. Remember, they beat them in the Big 12 championship. I mean, the Big 10, Pac-12 championship. I keep getting them because I forget. Everybody keep moving to the SEC and the Big 12, so I just keep forgetting about that.
Yeah. Yeah, that can really be the team to win it all. I think they could beat Oregon. They could beat USC.
I don't know. Oregon convinced me otherwise. I feel like if Oregon can get past USC, I feel like they can beat Utah. Now, will they play in the championship? Now that remains to be seen, because I don't think they can compete with any SEC or Big 10 team.
Nah, they ain't.
Neither,
they don't have size.
They can't beat Ohio State. They can't beat Michigan. They can't beat Georgia. I don't even see them beating Alabama. And Alabama struggles on offense. Like, this is like the worst offense I've ever seen from Alabama.
Yeah. I think it's because they don't really have that running back that they could just lean on. Like, they got decent quarterbacks, but they don't really have that running back. You be like, yeah, he gonna be in the draft.
Yeah.
Usually they have somebody like that.
That's true. They don't have it this
man, honestly, bro, Pac-12 has been pretty solid as an overall conference this year. Because Washington State and Oregon State played against each other. Oregon State was number 14. Washington State number 21. Washington State pulled it off 38-35. That's a shootout right there.
Yeah.
See, I was expecting something like that out of Colorado.
Especially since they competed so well against TCU. I'm thinking Coach Prime had them just revved up, ready to go.
Yeah.
And then when you see all of this stuff on Instagram, YouTube, how he got the marching band from Oregon, got their music playing in the background during their practice. He going against different things they watched in film. And then when they go out there, it's
just ain't none of that shit. Ain't none of that shit work.
Bruh. Hey, it's like playing NCAA 14 on rookie, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was hard.
Colorado made it look so easy for Oregon.
They did.
They just gave it all up.
Yeah, hey, it was funny. Everybody came in there with the shades on. They took them shades off at halftime.
Well, shit. LSU Arkansas was another good game. 34-31 win for LSU. Arkansas remains to be a solid team, but never good enough to really just get over the hump these days. Also, looking at Alabama and Ole Miss. Now you picked Ole Miss to beat Alabama.
I did, because they was having so many offensive problems, and I feel like this is Lane Kiffin's year to finally prove that he can beat his teacher. And once again, Lane Kiffin failed me. Why do I keep getting caught up in the Lane Kiffin rabbit hole?
I was trying to ride with you on it, bro, but I don't know. I mean,
the
first half, it was leaning towards Ole Miss.
Guess what? Kiffin gonna kiff. And he just went out there and made some bad play calls at the end.
Yeah, he made a lot of bad play calls to lose 24-10.
Did you see the Florida State and Clemson game?
I seen bits and pieces of it.
Hey, it was actually better than what I thought. Hey, Florida State is becoming scarily good again. They are slowly but surely coming. Now, I don't know what's going on with Clemson. I know, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to blame Dabo, because Dabo is a great coach.
I just think that he probably is in a part of his, coaching tenure where he got some of them older players that then left, and then he got a lot of young players coming in. Maybe next year will probably be their year, but even then at 2-2, 0-2 in the ACC, I think they probably they gonna be bowl eligible. No problem. No questions about that.
They
They probably get about 8 wins though.
Yeah, they got like 8,000 bowls, so they gonna make something. They gonna make the chicken bowl, the Chipotle, salad bowl. They gonna do something. They gonna make something.
And they'll probably win the bowl, whoever they face off against. But I think no game was better than Ohio State and Notre Dame. Ohio State pulling it off 17-14.
The only reason they pulled it off is because Notre Dame only had 10 defensive players on the field, and they didn't want to get the penalty and just give them the win, so they just went ahead and just left the 10 on the field and took the dumb L.
Well,
they took the dumb L.
They could have used the 10 players to cover grass or something, or I don't know.
Hey. And then, but honestly, when I really think about it, like when I heard that, I was like, at the end of the day, did that 11th player really make a difference? Because you still got beat. All your secondary was out there. So it's like, it didn't make a difference. It didn't make a difference.
Make a difference when you got that front line, you trying to rush something.
That's true. But, Notre Dame played a good game. At the end of the day, look, they can't be mad at the fact that they lost, because it was competitive all the way through, and they can easily bounce back from this loss because it's still early.
They will bounce back. But one thing about Notre Dame, just kind of like I said about Arkansas, they kind of one of those teams that just never get over the hill these days.
No.
Like I think they always rank them very high because they're Notre Dame and stuff. But I think if Notre Dame was like in the SEC, they'd be just like Arkansas.
Nah, they'd be like Vanderbilt. They would be like.
Oh, so that's even worse.
I know.
You think they're gonna be that bad? I don't think they'll be that bad off.
Bro, the SEC got too much competition. Too much competition. And
I
feel like, no, you know what? I take it back. That is an insult. Not to say that people that go to Vanderbilt is bad. I respect Vanderbilt probably in basketball more than football, but I still respect. I feel like they would be more like Texas A&M.
I can agree with that.
They
win some, lose some.
Yeah, they gonna scratch out at least 8 victories a season. Then they might have that one year where they might get only like 5 or 6, and then bounce back
and then they get like 8. 10.
Yeah, it'd just be too many fluctuations.
Well, I tell you what, Penn State been on the road. They 4-0. They beat Iowa 31-0. Iowa was ranked number 24. Penn State was number 7, and that was just straight domination. You know what I'm saying?
That was domination.
So better watch out, because Penn State they really coming, and they coming for real. I don't know what to really say about Iowa. I don't know if they really show that they were worthy to be number 24 or not. But they got dominated. But so did Colorado.
Now let me ask you this, because you say you say Penn State coming. I know for a fact, besides U of H, you are an Ohio State fan. I want you to answer this truthfully. You can answer from your fan perspective. You can answer from a real perspective. Do you feel Penn State has enough to beat Ohio State or Michigan?
They have enough to beat Ohio State. Michigan, I don't know. But they have enough. The only reason I say this is because Ohio State, yeah, they beat Notre Dame, but what did we just say? Notre Dame is... They not mediocre, but
no, they
the best of mediocre. You know what I'm saying? Like, they high level mediocre, bro.
That's why they stay independent.
Well, transitioning from that, we could talk about the Houston Cougars and them finally getting a victory this week.
Go Cougs!
They knocked out Sam Houston 38-7, which
they should have.
Pretty impressive, because honestly, prior to that game, I didn't know what to expect from Houston.
Hey, they listened to our show, and they already knew what to do on offense, because they was running on all cylinders.
Hey man, 538 yards total for U of H versus 178 yards versus to Sam Houston's. They did pretty good. No turnovers, 27 first downs. Although Sam Houston did turn it over 2 times with 8 first downs. U of H played pretty well, keeping the possession. 35 minutes pretty much on the possession.
Well. They was great out there.
U of H, hopefully they really, turned it around. Next week they face off against Texas Tech, so I don't know. But hopefully this game was a good confidence booster for the team.
And I feel like that's all they really needed. They just needed a good confidence booster. They need something that can show them that they can win All they need is just the right discipline in the middle of the game to keep them focused and motivated, and they should be good to go.
Yeah, and one big thing that really helped U of H in this game was Parker Jenkins, the true freshman. He came out with 20 carries, 105 yards, 3 TDs. That boy did great, especially for a freshman just opening up, getting a starting job, man. That's what U of H needed. And like you said, a confidence booster. I think if he can run like that week in, week out against these Big 12 teams and keep it positive, I think U of H will be able to win some big games this year.
Honestly, right now from the Cougars, all I'm looking for, believe it or not, you might say I'm wrong for saying this. I'm only looking for like a 7-5, maybe
8-4.
The 8-4 season, because it's their first year in the Big 12. So that type of shift from what they used to be in, that type of conference, into more of a powerhouse conference, it is going to be a much of a transition. So I feel like I don't want to put too much on them right away because they had a good season last year. Like, because the college level changes and develops every single year. So
Right.
I don't want them to go out there and do too much, but just do enough to where like it's going to be a confidence booster for next year. You bring in more recruits. By that time, you got juniors, you got seniors, you got sophomores in the system that's, fully involved and fully committed to the system. And then that way you can bring along some freshmen if necessary.
Yeah.
And I feel like that way, that'll get you to 10, 11, 12 wins.
And see, nowadays, bro, it's not even really just about who you're recruiting. It's about that transfer portal. And
is true.
If he can pull in the right players through the transfer portal and, fill in the holes that really need to be filled in with size and speed, strength, U of H should be all right. You just gotta, man, they all right here in the backyard, bro.
But I feel like nowadays, the transfer portal is what gets your team just right in the mix. But a lot of these kids are worried about the NIL deal too.
Well, yeah. But you in Houston, you should be able to get some of the best NIL deals ever.
That is true. Because if Shadura Moss can get millions of dollars, and if Arch Manning can get millions of dollars without even playing, I know you being in the melting pot that is Houston, you a couple of commercials away.
Yeah, you a couple
You
commercials
right
away from any kind of brand that you want to be a part of.
Yeah, and U of H got so many boosters, so many connections. I know they can get some people to get these deals done for them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I say probably about a year or two. Trust me, it's gonna be a lot more sponsorships than what we actually see now.
I'm no knock against Dana, he's still on the hot seat, but if we could get somebody like Dion to come fill that office, bro. You know what I'm saying? Somebody electric, somebody that's motivating. Someone a players. What you want to say? A players coach.
Yeah,
bro.
So let's look at it like this. Do you feel like somebody who's an alumni here, or do you feel like somebody who probably played in the NFL and then they trying to transition to a coach? Like, would you go after somebody like Ed Reed? He did play here for a year, or like somebody that magnitude can come in and just like coach.
I'm gonna be honest. We talking about Deion Sanders, bro. There's nobody else out there that's gonna come with the same energy like him. He's just a special individual, but just somebody that has that it factor to him. That's energetic. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be a former NFL player or Hall of Fame player. You want to say, but just somebody that got that energy that's trying to change things. I don't think they're gonna find an actual alumni, because I can't think of an alumni that will fill those shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Only one I can honestly think of, and I don't even know if he even do anything with football anymore. Only person I can think of is probably like Andre Ware.
Andre Ware is a commentator. Coaching, I don't think.
No. Yeah.
I don't think that's what he.
That's not where his passion lies.
Yeah. So
maybe Case Keenum in a couple of years.
I could see Case Keenum being a coach. I don't know if he gonna pull a mass crowd like that, But I think a lot of people like him.
He's loved out here though.
Yeah,
so that's
he
why
is
I feel
loved.
like he could.
But I just think they need somebody. It's crazy to say, but they need somebody that is with a new, young offensive mind, that's energetic. It's gonna get U of H back to their old ways as far as moving the pace of offense so fast that the defense can't keep up. and putting points on the board. That's what U of H needs to go back to. And then with that, they need a defensive coach that's gonna really just make the defense like some dogs, bro. That's gonna force a lot of turnovers and just keep the ball on the offense, in the offense hands.
Because I feel like we got the kids. Like I
Honestly, I feel like the kids that's there right now are good enough for them to. I'm gonna be honest. They can win 9 games. I think they can win 9 games.
And I believe
if,
they can too.
if they're well coached.
But if they only get 7 or 8, I consider that like a positive.
And then, in the way I look at it, it's like that TCU game was winnable. They was definitely supposed to beat Rice. So at this point, they really supposed to be 4-0 with a well coached U of H team with the squad they got right now. I think they could be 4-0. So I think that they could kind of run the board and beat some of these teams. Now at this point, I'm like, yeah, they ain't gonna beat UT.
No.
I'm trying to think who else is on their schedule. They probably not gonna beat, but it's a couple teams out there that they probably not gonna beat. But we'll see when they face off against Texas Tech, because last year they played Texas Tech, and that was a game that came down to overtime. They lost, so we'll see what happens. But moving on, in the Houston area, we had the Rice Owls face off against South Florida. I'm actually disappointed in Rice because this kind of makes U of H look worse than, you know what I'm saying?
Because they were supposed to beat South Florida.
Yeah. Rice was favored in this game by like 3 or 4 points. Being away on the road, we ain't seen Rice favored in a long time.
And not at all.
And they looked pretty competitive. And when I was watching the game was close. And then I guess after I turned the channel, man, they went from being close to 42 to 29 in favor of South Florida. So Rice got to get it together, bro, on all levels, from their special teams, offense to defense, and just stay consistent. And I think if they do that, they'll be able to, be in the mix and probably get into a bowl for sure.
I feel like the offense is there, but that defense, you notice they come down to it. All their games come down to the wire. And then sometimes it work in their favor, and sometimes it more or less it don't work in their favor, because really they got lucky in the U of H game.
They really did. They really did. And then it wasn't only just the luck, but it was the luck. Well, it's like they paid the refs in that one, bro. Like,
because think about it, the only time they offensively struggled was in that Texas game, which they should have.
But see, like I said, I don't really think they was even trying in that Texas game.
Yeah, they were just trying to run new plays and see if they gonna work.
Yeah, and then they was like, yeah, they circle U of H on this. It was like, yeah, this one right here, we're gonna win that one, and that they did. But not too far away, you had Texas Southern facing off against Grambling. I thought TSU was gonna get it together, last week, but yet again they failed to let me down again, bro. 35-23.
Well, at least they put up 23 this time. That's a positive.
But they allowed 35 points.
True.
And they sitting at 0-4, and they at least could have been 1-3 if they had took care of PB like they're supposed to. I keep harping on that one.
I have never seen TSU this bad in some years. I wonder what's going on. Because normally they don't play like this. They didn't play like this last year. They didn't play like this the year before. So
especially against their own conference level teams. They should be way more
and the crazy part is they get better and better recruiting wise every year.
Yeah, especially with this portal. They got players coming there that you would have never thought. They're like, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and try this TSU thing out. But I don't know. I think it's coaching.
It's got to be.
Well, Prairie View took care of their business. They beat Alcorn State 23-20. And next week they face off against Grambling. Oh, and let me run that back. Texas Southern will be facing off against Lincoln out of California. Not sure what to expect out of that Lincoln team. I never really seen them. I can't really give too much advice on what TSU can do against this team, but nah, I ain't calling it no dub. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I think TSU gonna lose, and I don't even know who Lincoln is, bro. I think they gonna lose.
Don't do them that, man. Don't do them.
They gonna lose, man.
Hopefully they.
I bet they lose by 21 points. I bet TSU. I'm telling you, bro. It's the coaching. But back on PV, man. PV took care of their business. They 2-2, knocked off Alcorn State. Now they got Grambling, which TSU just faced off against. To be honest, I think PV gonna lose this week. And the only reason I say that is because they barely beat TSU. You know what I'm saying? Even and they barely beat Alcorn State. So this team ain't really too good. They mediocre at best. They mediocre at best.
That's the word of the day.
and
so they like Notre Dame mediocre, or they just like slightly below?
Nah. They the lower table.
They the lower tier.
Yeah.
Oh man. Not
Yeah.
the lower tier mediocre.
They the lower tier, bro.
Damn.
So I'm gonna roll with Grambling on this one, man. By 10 points, for sure.
10 points. Damn.
Yeah, I can't. But you know what? ACU took care of business. Houston Christian University, they did their thing, bro. They got a victory.
Hey man. Hey, shout out to my nephew team, man. They finally getting it back together, man.
Hey, 34-19 against Southeastern Louisiana.
That's all they need. Hey, and now they play Lamar this weekend too. Yeah, and it's finally a home game.
Yeah,
they
finally at home. 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, man.
Let's go.
Lamar. This should be a pretty interesting game. Not sure what to really expect out of Lamar, but they 1-3. So ACU, they get the host at 500 going against a 1-3 Lamar team. I kind of like what I see out of ACU quarterback though. He only threw 3 interceptions so far. He got 8 TDs, so he's not turnover prone. Lamar quarterback, he pretty turnover prone. 4 TDs, 3 interceptions. So it's a big difference, big gap between the two, especially when you look at how many passes was attempted from both teams and who's succeeding, who's not. So just looking at what the quarterbacks are doing, honestly, bro, I'm going to roll with ACU on this one. I think ACU might be able to pull out a close one.
Hey, this might be a good game. I can't wait to see this one because I feel like this is actually going to show me the true grit of what HCU has to offer.
Yeah, and it's the home opener, so everybody should be there, band and all.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be good. Nah, I know Lamar.
All 15 members going to be there.
Oh, stop it. It's a nice venue, though. For what it's worth, it's a nice venue.
Yeah,
it's going to be good.
It
hey,
is.
And also, too, before I forget, man, I want to give a shout out to my nephew, Denham Johnson. He had his first start for Kentucky State, the Thoroughbreds. It wasn't a losing effort, but he did do 200 yards passing and 111 yards on the ground. So it is his first time starting in the collegiate. He is a true freshman, so I am proud that he was able to do that, actually get his feet wet into the offense, and hopefully there'll be many more games to come where he can actually transition to those kind of stats and yardage to wins.
Oh, yeah, man, that's good. 200 yards passing, 100 yards on the ground, too?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that boy's out there balling for sure. Keep putting in that work, man. Keep putting in that work. Well, looking at the next college week of football, we got week 5, and I'm just going to go ahead and run down some of the big games.
You said there's some good ones this week, huh?
Oh, yeah, man, some good ones. You got Utah at Oregon State. That's a good game right there.
It's going to be a good game for Utah. I don't know about Oregon State.
I don't know. Spread only 3.5 points.
Man, don't Oregon
over and under 45.
What kind of, they run something where it's like just, I think they do run like a.
No, I think they run like a spread offense, bro. When I was watching, they was running more like a spread offense.
They run like the ball a lot or something. I think they do something like with some wildcat and a whole bunch of like different run formations.
They might do some different things, but
or they only do that with Oregon because they know Oregon really can't stop the run.
Well, I tell you what, this Utah team gonna better stop the run. So
yeah.
Oregon State gonna have to go through the air for sure if they want to win that game. For sure. We also got BYU and Cincinnati. That's another good game. BYU and Cincinnati was new members of the Big 12. BYU's, formerly independent. Cincinnati taking on BYU probably for the first time in a long time.
That's going to be good because the slate clean because neither team know what to expect from each other.
Yeah.
That's going to be good just because you going out there trying to execute your plays to your best abilities. So that's what makes that good. It ain't like something you just know. Like, I know they're going to run this. I know they're going to know that.
Yeah,
you got to watch film.
Yeah, they really don't know.
Understand. You don't know what they're going to throw at you.
And it's funny because the spread is only 2 points. So BYU being at home, spread only 2 points. So really you got to kind of lean towards the away team. So Cincinnati might actually pull that out.
Yeah. Really, that game right there should have had no line because they don't know what to expect.
Yeah. It's going to be pretty close. Well, I know everybody's circling this game, and I'm pretty sure another 10 million Americans will be watching this one. USC at Colorado.
Why? Look, Look, and I'm not a Colorado hater. I love what Coach Prime is doing, but they put the two hardest games of their actual schedule back to back, and I think they did that on purpose. Because look, they started out high 3-0. Now they got that gut punch. They didn't win.
Hey man, it's all about how you respond. Spread is 21.5. So last time I seen a spread like that was last week against Colorado, and I had said, nah, I don't think so. I think it's gonna be 10 points, and to be honest, bro, I think it's gonna be more of the same. They gonna get dragged this week again, but I think we'll see a better response out of Shador, how he handles the pressure. I think we'll see some different schemes on how they can, slow down USC and possibly get after Caleb Williams, because all in all, that's going to be the goal for Colorado, is to slow down Caleb Williams and then try to keep Shador on the field and see if they can make some plays.
I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I know they're going to lose this game. Like, in all honesty, I think everybody knows. You got some people that be like, oh, he going to come with a different game plan, game mindset, and all of that. I believe they'll be more competitive, but it's not going to translate to a win at all.
I think the defense has got to play better in this game.
No,
if the defense can make some plays.
This game is more offensive line.
Well, you know what? We was talking about USC earlier. One thing USC always do, they always have a couple of dogs on their front line, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
But
if they get to Shador early, I feel like it's gonna rattle him for the rest of the game.
Colorado probably need to run like some screens or something, bro. But it's the only thing that hurts them is like they really ain't got no bona fide running back. And I don't know what's up with McCaskill. He ain't played yet as far as I can see. So until they get McCaskill, I think they run game and just scat back skills is just gonna kind of be low tier, bro.
So what do you think the score is gonna be? I know it's kind of hard because judging on last week,
I think it's gonna be like 40 something to 21. I think Colorado
gonna put up points this time.
Yeah, Colorado gonna get on the board.
And that's what I think. I'm only gonna give them like 17 points, 17 to 16 points. But I feel like USC is not gonna score as many points as Oregon did because Oregon really tried to like drive a point home.
Yeah,
I feel like USC. I feel like USC know they can beat them, so I feel like in the fourth quarter they gonna like pull back a little bit. I'm only looking at like 35-17.
That's still respectable. But talking about what Oregon was doing, I think honestly, and it's not even a thought, bro. I know the media was against Deion. They didn't like to see him succeed. Everybody was hating Colorado. You know what I'm saying? And I think the coaches that previously played Colorado, they gave all their notes and everything to Oregon so that they could be set up to beat Colorado.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to happen again this week where Oregon is just going to give everything they got to USC. All the game film, all the little pointers and stuff so they could beat Colorado because everybody want to see Deion fall, bro. So it's a big weight on his back, you know what I'm saying, to pull the team up. But hopefully he could pull through and just make this game, really competitive. Don't just let them do his team in like that.
Yeah. My biggest concern is if they do lose this game, can they still have like a bounce back season? Like, if this second loss in a row, will it like derail what Coach Prime is trying to do? Like, we already know they're trying to make it to a bowl game. We understand they're trying to but do you feel like they can finish the season being ranked in the top 25 after these two losses?
Yeah, they can. If they lose these two games and then I have to look at their schedule again, if they lose maybe.
I think they play Utah. And I think they play some other stuff. Some other teams too. So I feel like,
hey, bro,
that's why I feel like
these Pac-12 teams are pretty good this year, and it's kind of crazy that it's gonna just dissolve because it's actually pretty competitive this year.
And it's good. It's good for TV now, because honestly, what I always envisioned, like when they first designed the playoffs, it's supposed to be one team from the ACC, one team from the SEC, one team from the Big Ten, and then one team from the Pac-12, because you got all of the bowls in there, and then That's why they want to expand it because you're leaving out the Big 12, you're leaving out like every major
conference.
You're supposed to have a team representing them.
Supposedly,
and then they play it out.
They didn't run it out like
they
that.
didn't run it out like that, and I hate that they didn't do it like that. And that's what's forcing everybody.
But see,
to converge together.
now they've been talking about since they're supposed to be expanding to 12 teams.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're trying to have a conversation about who's actually going to be able to get in, and are they going to allow those other group of 5 teams, whatever you want to call them now, to even be able to get into play. But then another big conversation is that you got the Pac-12, which is about to probably dissolve, which they really don't know. They don't know if Pac-12 is going to dissolve or they're going to recreate themselves and then, try to be something stronger. But nothing will be stronger than what they are now.
Had. So it's what do you like?
What are you really waiting on at this point? They might as well just go ahead and do the 12 teams. They need to do the 12 teams because the 4 teams is really not fair, bro.
Yeah. Because what I don't like, the 4th team always gets screwed either way.
Yeah.
If you make it to the playoffs and you're the 4th team, you get screwed automatically.
Yeah.
You don't really stand a chance. Yeah, they let you in.
Well, I won't say they don't stand a chance. It just depends on who the 14. Like, I'm gonna say this. Like, was it last year when Cincinnati got in?
Come on, bro, that shit was trash.
When you know what I'm saying? Cincinnati versus what was it? Alabama? Or,
yeah, that was
they ain't really got no chance, bro. Like,
and then what about that year when it was Alabama against Washington? Disgusting.
Well,
disgusting.
I mean, but hey, it is what it is. But
like, I understand, but I feel like they set them teams up like that just to be like, oh, you can't really compete with the SEC or you can't compete with the Big Ten. You don't know that. But one thing I can say, I don't think the SEC likes the fact that for the past couple of years
they've been getting beat.
The Big Ten has been starting to become more dominant than them.
Yeah.
Because think about it. Ohio State, Michigan have been making it for the past
They've been in a couple,
4 or 5 years.
They've been in the last couple years.
Because at first it was just always, Alabama, Georgia, Alabama, LSU. Every now and then you might get a little Clemson. You might get a little,
Well, I'll say shit. Clemson was in there like the last 4 years.
Yeah, Clemson done though.
Yeah, this year they done.
This year.
But it's funny. Every year you see Clemson, you can just kind of see them kind of decline a little bit more.
Yeah, because they losing recruits to the SEC. And then if they not losing recruits to the SEC, next thing you know, bam, they losing recruits to Miami, Florida State, North Carolina's making an impact now. They losing everybody around.
I think all that's about to change anyway because just that portal, bro, it's good and bad for college football. And like what Deion is doing, bro, he's really like the first one to just be like, man, hell, I cut all y'all and gonna give me a whole new team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a good and a bad thing for football, but it's also pretty good for these smaller programs because now you got a lot of players that you didn't think you could get coming to your school. Yeah, and that's going to just reinvent college football all the way around.
It's
so like
great marketing scheme.
And then you got things like, man, I can go to Houston instead of being in North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? I can go here instead of, like you got a real chance to really make your own choice about where you want to go. And you play immediately.
The great thing about it, and even you can vouch for this, because there is going to come a time when coaches like Nick Saban, Dabo, they're going to retire. Mac Brown, they're going to retire. So what will be the number one recruiting tool after these so-called coaches step down?
NIL. That's the only tool you gotta have. You gotta have the best boosters, you know what I'm saying, and brands behind you, and that's what's gonna get you the number one recruits in the country.
That's why I feel like one of these days these small schools gonna jump up. That's why SMU gonna be back in a couple of years.
Well, yeah, I think a lot of these schools gonna be back. All them schools from back in the day that they used to be giving money to their players and shit.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They gonna be back for sure, bro. There's no question about it. I look to see USC jump back up, you know what I'm saying, to be dominant.
Yeah, because they have
USC, UT, a lot of the old, like, blue bloods,
Yeah, I wouldn't.
They gonna be back.
I wouldn't be shocked if we see Stanford. I wouldn't be shocked if we see like a whole bunch of like wild schools.
Stanford, nah.
That you ain't seen in a while. But hey, they have a good.
Only reason I say no to Stanford is because, well, one, where's Stanford going right now as far as conference play?
They going to the Big Ten, huh?
No.
But it's only Washington State and Oregon State left. They're going somewhere.
Oh, hold on, let me see.
Stanford's going somewhere.
Oh, that's right. They're going to ACC. My bad. But
I don't understand why they're going to the ACC West.
I mean, it's good for the team, but looking at the competition around, bro, some of these other schools, it's easier for a player to get in on one because Stanford is hard to get into. Do I really want to go to Stanford?
True.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm just looking to play ball, do I really want to go to Stanford? Now, if I'm a graduate transfer or something like that, I can see myself going to Stanford.
I go there, yeah.
But
playing for Stanford is like playing for Harvard or Yale. You just out there just to be out there.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like Rice. It's like, I ain't going to Rice to really play football.
Yeah.
I'm going for bigger things than that. That's on the book side of things. But hey,
you go there to own the team, not play for it.
Yeah. But you know, like we were saying, man, it's a whole bunch of good games out here. You got Florida versus Kentucky. That's a 1-point spread. Kentucky at home. I think I'm gonna ride with Florida. They gonna get their fourth win of the season.
Florida look good this year.
Kentucky gonna get their first loss on the season. We got Texas A&M and Arkansas. Another good duel. You know, it's a good Southern battle. A lot of people like to see them two teams go heads up.
You better win, Jimbo. You better win.
Jimbo needs to win at least 9 games this year. I honestly think he needs to win 9 games this year to save his job. If he can't get 9 games, and he can win 8 games in the season and win the bowl, or
that's good.
Yeah, but he needs
that's job security for him.
He needs to get about 9 wins because right now he's looking mediocre, bro.
But he needs a major bowl though. He needs one of the bowls for like the top 15 people. He need to be. I'm not saying like he need to be in like a Fiesta Bowl or a Sugar Bowl because you know those are designated for the.
But if he go by 8-4 to 9-3 this year, they're gonna be ranked.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and they're gonna be probably about 15 in the nation or something like that. If he can end the season around that 15 mark, bro, he keeps his job. But if he win like 6 games this year and they'll be bowl eligible. Nah, we gonna fire.
Bowl eligible with no 6 games.
Yeah, it is, bro.
You gotta win 7.
No, you need 6 games to be eligible.
Oh man,
6 games to be eligible.
You telling me you never lose in season and be bowl eligible?
Well, you gonna be 6-6. That's 500. Then you gonna lose.
I see what you're saying because he not playing for like the SEC championship, so he don't get that 13.
Like if he goes,
they play 12 games and that's it. He not in the bowl.
If he goes 6-6, he probably gonna be like in the Texas Bowl or something. That might be a little too good for him. He probably be in the what's the bowl that's in Birmingham? Was it Liberty Bowl or something like that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he might be in a Liberty Bowl or something. That's gonna cost for him to get fired, bro. It's gonna cost him to get fired for sure. But Georgia and Auburn, another good one.
That is gonna be good.
And you know, this is actually Georgia's first, I think, SEC play. So
really? So they just been beating up on all the.
Oh, hold up, no, they played somebody last week.
They played somebody last week. I believe.
Well, this is the first team that I think that's actually gonna be competitive. I'm gonna say that. Georgia and Auburn at Auburn. Spread is actually 14.5, but I actually look to see Auburn kind of sneak up on Georgia, and we might find out and see an upset.
All right, I'm looking forward to it.
Texas and Kansas. It's easy to say that the Longhorns gonna win this game, and the spread is 16.5. But if you actually looked at Kansas, bro, they're electric on offense, bro. They know how to put up points, and I think that's the one thing that Texas has been struggling to do is just consistently put up big points. But if they can do it this week, Texas might be all right.
That's crazy that we actually talking about Kansas, and it has nothing to do with basketball. We're actually talking about the Jayhawks in football.
Man, they've been really putting a lot of money into that football program.
That's crazy.
They've been putting a lot of money into that football
Les
program.
Miles has really turned that team around.
Oh yeah, and we was talking about that. Les Miles is not the coach anymore.
Well, he got fired?
No, he didn't get fired. He
got old.
decided to leave. I think
Man, bro, he probably got
he just
caught.
kind of resigned. I guess.
Man.
And speaking on who the coach is, hell, I can't remember his name, but I looked it up, bro. It's not Les Miles though, for sure.
Now,
It's not Les Miles.
man. Les Miles, wherever you at, man. Hope you
He at
doing
home
good,
right now.
man. Hope you doing good at home, man.
He ain't coaching.
That boy gave
Last
it
time I
up.
checked, he wasn't coaching. LSU and Ole Miss, man. Got the good old, you know.
Man, I'm riding with LSU. I am not falling for anything else that Lane Kiffin has to offer. Nothing.
You know, 3-1, both teams, 2.5 line favorite towards LSU.
Only thing about LSU, they quarterback.
It's gonna be low scoring. I say like 17-14. Probably LSU.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, 17-14 LSU. I can respect that. Notre Dame and Duke, bro. It's another good one. You know, both of them got 4 wins. Notre Dame just took their first loss. Even though the game is favored towards Notre Dame, you know, by 6. I actually think Duke might better pull something
Oh
up.
no, I'm not trusting nothing.
Bro, Duke been putting together some good football teams. Them and Kentucky, you know, them. A lot of these, hey, look, you know,
they
speaking
came
of
down to the wire with Ohio State, and I know for a fact Duke stands no chance in hell against anything Ohio State puts out there. So I am taking Notre Dame, and the only reason why Notre Dame lost is because they don't know how to count. That's the only reason why they lost.
So you really don't think Duke got a chance in this game?
Nope.
I do.
Nope.
I do. I watch Duke, man. They pretty solid, bro. They pretty solid.
Right.
But pretty solid might not be good enough, you know, to beat a high tier mediocre team. So
You're right. That's right. They are tier 1 of the mediocre. So I'm riding with the tier 1 of the mediocre.
all right, we gonna see. We got who's got? We got Arizona going off against Washington. Washington 4-0, Arizona 3-1.
I actually want to watch that game because I actually want to see the quarterback for Washington. I've been hearing a lot of good things about him.
Well, look, you should have plenty of time to watch it because this game will be at 9 o'clock.
Oh God. That's the only thing about. Hey, that's the thing about the Pac-12 games. Them games be. Hey, I can't stay until like 1 o'clock in the morning. I gotta go to church, man.
Man.
Hey, them games they run too long. And don't let the game be good.
Well, hopefully if you stand up to watch it, hopefully it is good because otherwise you're gonna be
no,
pissed.
no. Let me tell you something. That's one thing I know about college football. If you down by 21, man, I can pretty much turn it off. And if the score changes, just let me know in the morning.
Well, now I just got to talk about my Houston Cougars. They taking on Texas Tech. It's a 2:30 start. Tech is favored to win this game, 77%, and in favor of them, 8.5 spread going against Tech. Against U of H.
They must be in Lubbock.
Yeah, they in Lubbock.
That's what it is.
This game already sold out, by the way. There's no tickets available for it, and I guess you know they just look forward to beating U of H every year, bro. They have it all over their news, and they talk about how they gonna throw tortillas and things like that. You know, they just
what? Wait, what? Whoa! What do tortillas have to do with us? Wait, no, whoa! Explain that to me.
That's what they do, bro. At Texas Tech,
They
toss tortillas and stuff.
But they're in Texas too. Like, what does that have to do with like? Do they throw tortillas at Texas?
I'm pretty sure they do. If they throwing it at Houston, I know they throwing it at Texas.
I have never heard of this a day in my life. They are throwing tortillas.
Well, let's just look at some of the key players on this one.
Tell me this.
We got Donovan Smith. You know, he got 1,000 yards on the season passing already. 5 TDs, 3 interceptions. Not the best ratio. We got Shao. He's actually the backup quarterback for Texas Tech. Their starter actually got hurt. So that might be a good thing for U of H to try to get this win.
Yeah, he probably out there shaky.
746 yards so far on the season. 7 TDs, 4 interceptions.
Wait, whoa. He already got 700 yards. How many games this dude played in?
I think he played in like 2, bro.
What?
Hey, Yeah, he balling, bro.
Whoa. Hey, wait a minute. What? Damn.
Hey, well, you know,
I
Texas
know they
Tech,
run a spread, but
they high alert, bro. They high alert. That's what U of H needs to be doing.
for real.
Man, as far as rushing, you know, I'm not really too keen on what Texas Tech gonna do as far as running the ball. I know they're gonna do a couple of downhill runs, halfback dives and stuff. But if U of H can just stay in front of their receivers, safeties play well up top, I think they could force a couple turnovers and get this win. But that's gonna be the key of the game. They gonna have to force a couple turnovers.
Oh yeah, but you already know they have to do anyway. And then with them running spread, they gonna have to find a defense that they can settle into to just throw the quarterback off to make him just really just go through his progressions and just put a lot of pressure on him. Even if you just get some hurries and just make him force the ball out,
Yeah.
that'll really help us as far, especially on the offense.
Whatever they did against TCU, they can't do against Texas Tech.
Oh, we know that.
Because if Texas Tech scored 90 seconds on U of H in trouble. Because this team, like I said, man, they run real fast. They gonna keep scoring, and they just gonna keep running up the score. And as long as U of H allow them to be on the field, they gonna score.
But the crazy part is U of H knows this. They play them every year. So they should know.
You know, it's funny. They actually have been playing Texas Tech for like the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, so
every year,
they
bro.
already know what to expect.
And it's always the same story.
Spread. They don't try to throw the ball deep. They don't try to throw it over the middle to the tight end. Every now and then you might get. They might hand it out to the running back. Just he ain't only gonna gain like maybe like 3-4 yards every carry anyway. He not finna go out here and just pound the ball. They ain't doing none of that. They finna try to make him in situations where he can just catch the ball over the middle, tight end, or they going over the top on the outside.
Yeah, they're gonna make it look easy. They're gonna make it look easy if they can. Tech has allowed 347 yards overall of offense against as far as their defense is concerned. U of H has allowed 407 yards of offense of yards against their defense.
So that means it's gonna be a shootout.
It's gonna be a shootout. It's not going to be a defensive game at all.
All right, and that's what we need. We just need to make sure we make less mistakes and create less turnovers.
Yep.
Than them. That's it. That's all we need to do.
So if I was to make a final prediction for this game, man, I'm gonna try to ride with U of H. I'm gonna say 31-24.
I'm gonna say 45-42. U of H way. We gonna finally win it in overtime before we get to overtime. Because if I feel like we go to overtime, it's gonna be ugly.
That's what happened last time. They went
I know.
to
That's why I say if we can just really get down there, but we gotta execute on offense, man, and that's the problem,
bro. If Dana just make the right calls, man, in this game offensively, and his defensive coordinator make some good calls, like I said, force a couple turnovers, the Houston Cougars will be all right. Otherwise, we're going to lose.
Damn.
Well, we done covered all college football. Now it's time to turn the page. We got a lot more to cover, and it's NFL time, people.
You know it. My favorite time and my favorite segment.
Hey.
Bum of the week.
It's a lot of bums of the week. And this was just a week of blowouts. And speaking of blowouts, we had the Tennessee Titans facing off against the Browns. That was a 27-3 win for the Browns.
And did you see Ryan Tannehill out there?
He looked garbage.
Oh man!
Hey.
Why are they not putting Will Levis in again? Maybe it's something wrong. You know what? I don't think there's nothing wrong with Will Levis. They might as well just go ahead and just put who they drafted last year. They might as well put Malik Willis out there for right now.
Willis can't do no better than Tannehill at this point.
Hey,
but I want to see
something.
Levis.
I
want to see
Levis. I actually want to see him too.
But
you might as well.
I think if they lose another game, like if they say they lose next week, we gonna see Levis.
Come on, man. Derrick Henry only had 20 yards rushing.
Because they already know he gonna touch the ball. That's their whole game plan. If Henry can't run the ball well, Tennessee ain't winning, bro. They ain't winning. They don't have a quarterback to do it. You know what I'm saying? Henry is everything for that team.
Man, they need some type of spark on offense, and Ryan Tannehill is no longer that.
Well, surprisingly, Deshaun Watson did look new and improved this week. 289 yards, 2 TDs, no picks.
That's a first. I'm actually proud of him. The point is he gonna be able to do that consistently?
Yeah, he needs to stay consistent because otherwise,
Yeah, for $230 million, he got to.
yeah, that $230 million, they gonna be trying to find a way to get
That's
rid
gonna linger over his head for the rest of his career. They gonna be like, remember the time you stole that money?
of it. He right now he's still stealing because we haven't really seen enough to say that he's worth $230 million.
No.
But it's good that he turned the page and he looked pretty
Yeah,
decent.
he looked better. Yeah.
Yeah. Another blowout, Lions and Falcons, 20-6. Lions won the game. Jared Goff, he played mediocre, but he did enough to get the win. 243 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. Gibbs, though, he's been looking good so far in his rookie season. 80 yards on 17 carries. Oh, and then Brown, 9 receptions for 102 yards. NFL is overlooking that boy, but man, every time I look up, that boy got 100-some yards receiving.
Yeah, he's actually turned into like a diamond in the rough right there. Jameer Gibbs too, because everybody was scrutinizing the Lions for even taking him.
Yeah, I really don't understand why they didn't just bring back what's his face, man, the running back they had just drafted. That's
You talking about Swift?
Yeah, DeAndre Swift.
He didn't want to be there.
But he went to the Jets. I mean, that wasn't really like the better of the deal. I mean,
Man, when you really think about it, look. On paper, the Jets actually look good.
yeah, with
Until
Aaron
you actually
Rodgers.
see him play. I said on paper. That's what I said on paper. And when you see him, and when you actually see him,
Well, you know another team that looked pretty decent on paper, the Broncos.
oh man,
And the
Oh,
Dolphins just put 70 points on them. They beat them by 20. It was 70 to, I mean, they beat them by 50. It was 70 to 20, bro. Tua, that boy, he went for 309 yards, 4 TDs, A-Chain, 18 carries, 203 yards, 2 TDs, and Tyreek Hill, 9 receptions, 157 yards, and 1 TD. Bro, what is the NFL gonna do about these Dolphins, bro?
So I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna ask this real question. If you are the coach of the Broncos and they lose 70 to 20, what do you tell them on Monday? Like, how do you go into Monday just trying to like navigate that? Like, what
Honestly,
can you say?
bro,
They grown men.
after the game, bro, we just all need to go get toasted and just try to. It's just
That
try
boy
to.
said I'm gonna get drunk and forget it.
Yeah, we just gotta try to forget it. Make it seem like it never happened, bro. And then on Monday, man, just come in with a refreshed mind and just look to our next opponent and see if we can get the dub, bro. We gotta get a dub in the left column, man, because it ain't looking good. 0-3 so far. We got beat by 50. I want to forget that,
Bro, what?
Hey, you gotta go. Hey, look, they need to go into week 4, bro.
They playing Chicago, so hey, look, it's 2 shitty teams battling out in the toilet bowl.
Yeah, they need to just go in week 4, just thinking about how they can get the win and just think that they never even lost a game. Just going there 0-0, bro.
All right, so tell me this. Both of them teams 0-3, the Broncos and Bears. Who needs to win more?
The Broncos. Only because
I feel the Bears need
the
this,
Bears
Bears need that win.
the
bro.
Bears do need the win
Because Justin Fields' morale is like it's in the shitter.
it is. I understand why.
I feel like if they lose that game, I feel like Justin Fields is like he coming back to the locker room talking about trade me. Like fuck this, trade me.
Yeah, it's bigger than just Justin Fields. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it is on him though, but
No, they fixed everything for him, and he looks horrible out there.
so you saying Justin Fields is a bust? He's a big bust.
I don't know.
Is he the bum of the week?
Because no, we know who the bum of the week is. Ooh, I can't wait to get on him. Lord have mercy.
Well, look, I say the Broncos really need this win because you just got dominated on national TV, bro. 70 to 20. Everybody's talking about it. Everywhere you go, somebody gonna bring it up, bro. They be like, "Hey man, you seen that game with the Dolphins, bro? They put up 70 points. We ain't seen that but 4 times in the NFL history, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
you need that win.
Mike McDaniel out of line for that, bro. He know you're supposed to put the scrubs in. When they was up 56-13, you supposed to put the scrubs in.
It's crazy because the Dolphins just played just how Oregon played against Colorado, bro.
I know.
Like they was just nonstop
Hey,
with it.
the only
Oh,
difference
we gonna go on the
Miami didn't take their foot off the gas.
shit. Colorado really didn't take. Oregon didn't take the foot off Colorado either. It was fourth and short. They like, we going for it.
Yeah,
Nigga, 4th and 5, we going for it.
Yeah.
They weren't trying to kick no field goals, bro. No punting, no nothing. They tried to put them boys away, bro. Put their foot on their neck, man. For real. It's crazy. But hey, it's another week, man, and you just gotta refresh and try to go in there and get the dub next week, bro.
Yeah. That's all you can say.
Hey, you know who else got beat down? Washington. It was 37-3. Bills defeated Washington. Josh Allen, he been playing pretty decent. He played subpar this week though. 218 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. But they running back, 15 carries, 98 yards. Diggs, 8 receptions, 111 yards. He out there balling out for his brother.
Good job.
Man, good job for the Bills. I'm looking forward to seeing them against the Dolphins this coming weekend.
That's gonna be good. That's gonna be good.
Just blowout after blowout, man.
Hey, but I saw you pass up the bum of the week, bro. You know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to you, Zach Wilson. Bum of the week. Bum of the week. And let me tell you why. Anytime you got the offense arguing with each other on the sidelines, you got everybody screaming at you, throwing trash at you. You got people in social media telling you, trade you, cut you, do whatever. Y'all even have the audacity to go try to pick up Trevor Siemian. That's how disappointed they are in you, that they feel that Trevor Siemian is better than you. Hey, you, in all honesty.
What do you really think is wrong with Zach Wilson?
Oh, he was just overhyped.
You think he's overhyped?
He was just overhyped.
You think he's just a bad quarterback? You don't think it might just possibly be the system?
No, bro. No. Bro, there is no system. That's the crazy part about it. All you gotta do is go out there and do what you've been doing ever since you was in Little League football. Throw the ball to the team with the same colors as you. He can't even do that.
What college did Zach Wilson come from?
He went to BYU. And that's why
he's overhyped.
Overhyped. Boy, you can't. Boy, who in their right mind is taking a quarterback from Brigham Young University, number 2 overall? I'll tell you who. The Jets, Jets. And that's why they are a MESS, mess. You suck.
Well,
why?
The Bears is a mess too because they lost 41-10. So we can go ahead and talk about how they gotta make some changes. I don't think it's all on Justin Fields. I think it's coaching.
Oh, he said it. Justin Fields said it's coaching. How did you hire a defensive-minded coach? You make all these improvements on the defense, and you have the worst defense in the league.
Oh, you know what?
His last name is Uberfluz.
You know what? Well,
he sounds like he should be coaching a soccer team.
Yeah, anybody.
Not a football
like I said,
team.
We was talking about it earlier. If your last name is Uberfluz, Jim Tomsula, coaches with those kind of names, bro, you know they ain't gonna be too good.
Bro, you sound like you supposed to be in the AV room or something.
Not on a professional level.
No.
I can honestly tell you that. 41-10, they got dominated. And it's funny because this was America's game of the week.
I know you lying.
Nah, for real. It was America's game.
It couldn't have been.
Hey, it was all over TV.
Oh, it was America's game of the week because Taylor Swift was there. That's about it.
And,
because the Bears put up, bro, that's like the Globetrotters versus the Generals.
The disappointing part is Travis Kelce and his cop mustache.
Oh, bro, don't talk.
Like how he go from looking, he seemed like a cool dude, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I go to the club with Travis Kelce. Now we can have a couple drinks. Now he look like somebody that I just can't hang with, bro. I don't want to be on the scene with him at all.
Hey, man,
They
that's that Taylor Swift effect, man.
Travis Kelce look like he worked for the FBI.
He probably do. But that's that Taylor Swift effect. Hey, one thing I can say, she got his jersey sales up. Ticket sales is up now. Because you see, when they play the Jets, the ticket sales are through the roof. And they just going to get another easy victory. I'll tell you this, though. Zach Wilson, you better not be bum of the week 2 weeks in a row.
He might ball out this week for you. He might outplay Mahomes.
Boy, that's the funniest shit you said. Hey, that's funnier than me thinking that the Jaguars is going to pull it off last week. And you know what they did? They went out there, let me down.
Well,
Oh my God, bro.
You know,
it is so hard being a Jaguars
I didn't expect my
fan,
Texans to, you know what I'm saying,
it is so
be as
hard
dominant
being a
as they
Jaguars
were.
fan, bro. Every year when I think we got it together, bro, they go and do this. Do you know right now, in the past, I want to say 3 or 4 years, I think our record against the Texans is like 1-6. Like, bro, like, what are we doing wrong that we can't even beat this team? Or why is it there's so much intensity when y'all play us? Do y'all really hate us that much? If anything, I thought the Colts was y'all adversary, or the Titans.
Well, y'all are the bottom feeders of the division, so you know we gotta make sure we take y'all out of anything.
It's like, bro, I'm always thinking, okay, this our year. I know we're gonna stomp these boys. No, we can beat everybody else in the division. It come to y'all, bro. I swear to God, bro. I feel like they putting some clones out there or something.
Well, you know, I don't know what really happened. I think y'all just got out-coached.
Man, Calvin Ridley wasn't catching nothing. He got hurt every single time. Hey, Trevor Lawrence was out there just throwing nothing but sitting ducks. Jimmy Ward came out there and just made a complete clinic on the defense for the Texans. Damian Pierce was out there just running all through them.
I think that
like
the
no
Jaguars
pressures.
overlooked the Texans coming in.
Apparently so.
Because
the Jaguars are not good enough to overlook anybody. Yes, they do have talent, but they don't have enough talent to overlook anybody.
Well, I think
at all.
Some people do think that the Jaguars got enough talent to overlook people. I think some people
bullshit.
Some people believe that the Jaguars are almost a part of that elite group of the NFL team.
No.
I'm telling you, bro. I heard it on the radio.
I heard it on the
radio.
Let me tell you something. I've been a Jaguars fan since 1995, the inaugural season. Look, even the year in '99 when they went 15-1, guess what? Did they make it to the Super Bowl? My point exactly. We don't have enough talent to sit there and overlook anybody. Just like when they just underestimated the New England Patriots in 2017, thinking they was going to go to the Super Bowl, what happened? They lost. You know why? Because they always get the big head at the wrong time. Why would you overlook a team that hasn't won yet that's eager to win? Why? And you know what they did? They came out there. I'm talking about this game was too easy for the Jaguars to lose. I'm talking about offensive line for the Texans depleted. Depleted. They don't even know who they threw out there on the offensive line. They just threw anybody.
Guess patchwork, people.
Guess what? C.J. Stroud looked so comfortable in the pocket, I couldn't even believe it was him out there. I'm talking about Josh Allen was nowhere to be found, no pressures. He just gliding the ball to Tank Dell. I'm talking about the secondary was looking lost out there. He had C.J. Stroud didn't turn the ball over. But guess what? Jacksonville turned the ball over, though. We looked horrible. Horrible. And guess what? I guarantee you, this win right there for the Texans will be Jacksonville's downfall later on in the season.
He sounds
pissed. Yes! Yes! Ding, ding, ding! God damn it.
Hey, let's look at some of the stats, man. C.J. Stroud, 20 for 30, 280 yards, 2 TDs. Trevor Lawrence, 27 for 40, 279 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception. Devin Singletary had 9 carries, 41 yards. Travis Etienne won 19 carries for 88 yards. And then Tank Dell, 5 receptions for 145, 1 TD. Them daggers. That's them daggers. And Evan Ingram, 7 receptions for 67 yards. 37-17 victory for the Houston Texans.
And we got that 17 in the garbage hour.
Man, you know what? Speaking on rookie quarterbacks like C.J. Stroud and things, here are the Week 4 power rankings for all the quarterbacks. Number 1 was Patrick Mahomes. 2 was Tua. 3 was Jordan Love. 4 was Justin Herbert. 5, Brock Purdy. 6, Kirk Cousins. 7, Lamar Jackson. 8, Jared Goff. 9 is Josh Allen. And number 10, C.J. Stroud.
Good job. That boy made the top 10. And he is the offensive rookie of the month.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man. You deserve it. Because let me tell you something. Talk about playing through adversity. Man, that is you. Because that offensive line, you got your work hit cut out for you this week because you're going against T.J. Watt. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
They better come up with some schemes for you, my boy.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that for sure. The Dallas Cowboys let everybody down.
They didn't let me down.
Losing to the Cardinals.
Hey, I knew it.
Dak went, I don't know, bro. Dak Prescott, he's really not the answer at the quarterback position for the Cowboys, is he?
No.
So
No, it's not.
You think
No, I don't think it's Trey Lance either.
you don't think so?
Man, he needs some work. He needs some work. I feel like he needs to sit behind Dak or whoever they bring in next year to really just, say, okay, he's ready now. Because that's one thing that I've noticed that teams are trying to gamble on and draw. They trying to find these quarterbacks with low mileage. And what I mean by that is they trying to find these quarterbacks at these small schools who don't get hit a lot, who don't really just, take the blunt of these heavy hits and try to bring them in and feel like they can coach them up, which is all good. Because I feel like anybody can be coached up, but at the same time, they're not ready for them NFL hits. You need somebody who actually been in the trenches, who can actually handle it. That's why Trey Lance always get hurt.
So you saying Trey Lance is a softie, and every time he get hit, he just fold up, and then he got to sit out?
Hey, he folded up faster than that chair that woman got hit with in Alabama. That man is going to fold every single time.
Well, a 28-16 loss for Dallas. Hopefully they can turn it around next week because they shouldn't be getting outplayed by Joshua Dobbs, bro. No way possible.
You better not get outplayed by a dude with no eyebrows.
Hey, that's not funny, man.
No.
He got some condition.
Oh, he do? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
Got alopecia.
Alopecia? I don't care about that. Alopecia, that's just hair loss.
This dude's an asshole.
Go ahead. Hey.
Yeah, man.
Alopecia? Man, Jada Pinkett got alopecia.
Well, you know what? The Steelers and Raiders game was actually pretty good, man. 23-18 victory for the Steelers against the Raiders.
And guess who got hurt again? That goddamn Jimmy Garoppolo.
Well, shit, I would probably be hurt too if I went out there and threw 324 yards, 2 TDs, and 3 interceptions. He blew it. He definitely blew it in the end. Hey, did you watch the end of that game?
He probably faked that concussion in.
I mean, they was in position to really go down and win the game, and he threw that old damn interception. You know what, Jimmy? You haven't impressed me since the loss against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl when you just missed Emmanuel Sanders wide open in the end zone.
That's when I started disliking you. Because Emmanuel Sanders was wide open.
I mean, bro, it wasn't nobody around him for like 15 yards.
Hey, the only person that could have intercepted that ball was Jesus. I was like, shit. Hey, that's how you know a real quarterback from just a regular one. Because I'm talking about he blew past all the defenders and
It's crazy because I could just rewind that play back in my mind right now, and I could just visually see what happened. And I remember we was at Bombshells looking at the game. I was like, oh, touchdown.
Yeah, and
This
I'm like,
dude, he just threw it to nobody.
I'm like, hey, Emmanuel Sanders right here, nobody around him, bro. I'm talking about he was comfortable in the pocket. There was no, this had to be the easiest pass of his life. He spotted him, he saw him, he threw that ball, Emmanuel Sanders like this, the ball is 10 yards in front of him. I'm like, what is this?
Inaccurate as hell. And then he good for getting his receivers killed too. Because I don't know if you seen that one pass he threw to Devontae Adams across the middle.
Man.
Bro.
Almost got his head knocked smooth off.
Shit. We should be happy he got up and continued to play.
That's why
if
Devontae
he was
Adams
my quarterback,
said,
I would have set my ass on the bench.
Yeah. Hey, that's why Devontae Adams said what he said. He said, look, we don't have what it takes to win. We don't have the right we don't have the right mindset here. Hey, so just know, before the trade deadline, he will be moved.
Bro, something got to happen because 13 receptions, 172 yards, 2 TDs. Devontae Adams a monster. He still didn't get the dub, dog.
Hey, that's worse than Richard Jefferson.
Shit crazy.
Richard Jefferson leading the league in receptions and yards. No wins this season at all.
Well, on Monday night, we had a couple double headers.
Joe Burrow, just sit down, bro. The team don't need the dubs like that, bro. Because they need you in the latter part of the season than what they need you for.
You know, I was thinking about Joe Burrow. He
looked horrible out there.
He was horrible, but they did get the win, 19-16.
It wasn't because of him.
It wasn't. But I was thinking, why didn't he just sit out for like 3 weeks?
He need to sit out, because that calf strain gonna turn into something more serious in the long run.
He can't really move.
Yeah, he looks so uncomfortable in the pocket.
And then you see the little thing on his calf and his ankle.
Hey, that's crazy when you can't trust your own teammates.
And he out there, bro.
He not stepping into his throws or nothing.
He boy out there looking handicapped, bro. He just, all he can really do is hand off the ball.
That boy looking like Tom Brady in his last year.
Brady didn't look that bad. Peyton did, though.
Ooh.
Peyton Manning, that nigga looked horrible. He looked horrible.
Yeah. The old sheriff looked like he had took 2 to the leg.
Well, the Eagles still stay on the roll. 25-11 victory against the Buccaneers. Jalen Hurts, 277 yards, 1 TD, 2 interceptions. That's not good on his part. I think he could do better at take care of the ball. Mm-hmm. But hey, anything to get the victory. DeAndre Swift, 16 carries, 130 yards.
Hey, he the breakout star so far for that team. He's really the one that's really keeping that team offense flowing. Because if one thing I can honestly give Philadelphia credit for, they gonna find a way to run the ball. That offensive line, they come through with them rugby scrubs and they gonna get underneath and they gonna create them openings and them holes. And I'm telling you, that boy's running through them.
Yeah. You know, I had said DeAndre Swift was with the Jets. I was thinking about Cook.
Yeah,
I was thinking about Dalvin Cook.
His career gone because
Brees Hall been balling, bro.
Yeah.
Brees Hall been balling.
He out of shape though. Because you remember that first game, that boy just ran out of gas and just ran out of bounds. Hey, he probably in football shape now, but at first he wasn't. And that's why you don't see Dalvin Cook carry the ball a lot. I don't think he in football shape right now either.
He ain't played in a while. Neither one Brees Hall hurt or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he tore his ACL.
Both of them coming off injuries, bro. So I would say by week 8 though, 6 to 8,
they gonna be ready.
They gonna really be ready.
But the only
thing is the quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
You gotta get
hey,
the quarterback
look.
still, man.
If you don't want to sign Kaepernick, you can sign me or D-Raw. Because all I'm gonna do is hand that son bitch off. That's all I'm gonna do.
Hey.
I can do better than I can complete a 5-yard pass. Zach Wilson can't even do that. You bum.
Well, Houston takes on Pittsburgh, and my biggest concern is T.J. Watt and that other dude, Highsmith, coming off the edge, bro. 2 edge rushers is going to be a big problem for Houston, especially if Tunsil is not back this week. And we're probably not getting Titus Howard back this week either. So We got too many tackles hurt. We got Josh Jones, he hurt. Tunsil hurt. Shaq Mason hurt.
Wait a minute.
They
Josh Jones is a fill-in. He got hurt?
They all questionable. So we don't know who's gonna play and who's gonna not, bro. So
that's
hopefully Jalen Petrie show up this week. We need him back. Denzel Perryman. Like, it's too many injuries that's key to the team as far as like winning. Looking at the Steelers, I could see they need Allen Robinson, the second back, for sure. They probably could use some help on their offensive line, defensive tackle. Yeah. But overall, I mean, if the favor is for the Steelers to win by 3 points, I think the Texans got a chance. Now, I know that it's only 3 points because the Texans at home, so we're probably looking more at like 10 points. But man,
if the offensive line hold up, they could the Texans can actually win this game.
They're not.
Kenny Pickett is a clock man. He's a game manager right now.
I'm not worried about Kenny Pickett beating us. Najee Harris is a different story, but I'm worried about the pass rush and how C.J. Stroud is going to be able to handle that because the offensive line hasn't been good.
Oh no.
Now they didn't play too bad against the Ravens. He was still running for his life, which I know he's gonna be doing that in this game with T.J. Watt, fucking assassin on the other side.
But the crazy part is you can't even double team T.J. Watt this time because you gotta have Highsmith out there knocking the shit out of him. So I wonder what kind of game plan
I think
Bobby Slow is gonna come up with.
You can double team him because if Highsmith comes from the other side, you can have a guard help and double team with the tackle against T.J. Watt and probably just let whoever. Only thing, bro, if they run a blitz though, you're gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can't,
if he can read it and just leave probably that D tackle or whatever that's right there, to come at him, he can get away from him. But the question is, how long is that double team gonna hold up on T.J. Watt?
I want to know how is this gonna change up the offense or what they're gonna do to actually prepare for it because they already know that's the big question mark right there. How can we protect C.J. Stroud in this game? Because right now, the way he's looking, the one thing I don't want him to get hurt. And then, if he taking too many hits, or if you feel like the game is unreachable, shit, they got something bad trying to leave him out there.
Yeah.
But I don't want to leave him out there. Not for this one. If you feel like it's getting away from you too soon, hey, go ahead and throw in Case Keenum. Get him ready.
I don't think it's gonna get that bad. It's gonna be a defensive game. It's gonna be close, but the key is to keep T.J. Watt and Highsmith off of C.J. Stroud. And if they can buy him a little time, we're gonna be willing and dealing.
Okay.
Because I'm not too concerned about any other part of that team other than their pass rush. I think their secondary might be okay. Their linebackers might be all right, but we could beat that. You know what I'm saying?
I believe y'all can. And I'm not sure if Michael Fitzpatrick gonna play, but I know right now that Tank Dell and C.J. Stroud connection is good. Nico Collins is getting better. I even had a John Mechie sighting, so that's room for improvement. Now, I don't know why y'all not getting Dalton Schultz involved, but that's not my place.
I think Dalton last week was more of a run blocker and pass blocker. I think he was just there more for being an extra body to help assist in blocking. And they're going to do the same thing this week, I think, because they're going to need the extra men to help stop the pass rush. So I look to see Dalton Schultz he's going to get a lot of snaps because he got a lot of snaps last week, but it's going to be more blocking. But hopefully when they get in the red zone, they can look more for Dalton Schultz being a primary receiver a little bit more often to try to change it up a little bit more.
I believe that.
But biggest threat, man, they got those George Pickens on the offense.
Yeah, because the other receiver hurt, right?
Yeah, Allen Robinson hurt.
No, it's another one too. It's Deontay Johnson, I think.
Yeah, Deontay Johnson. I ain't too worried about him. He average.
All right.
But Pickens.
Pickens. Yeah,
Pickens gonna be a problem. We already know we down on Stingley. He on IR right now.
So he got to miss 4 games for nothing.
But you know what? Shaquille Griffin, He played
He
pretty damn
played
good.
good.
He played pretty damn good.
People be overlooking it because he been bouncing around from team to team, and he was good. He was good with the Seahawks. He was good with the Jaguars. It's just he just let it run his course.
Yeah.
And he's good to me. I feel like he's better as a nickelback than anything else.
He pretty good at nickel, but I just like the fact that he can hit too. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and that's why I say he's good at nickel because he can come over and really.
And you
can put him on blitz packages because he gonna hit.
Yeah, he gonna make some plays, which Stingley wasn't. I don't know.
He too pretty.
I don't know what's the deal with Stingley. And it's just funny, it's 2 years, bro, and you just really can't really say anything about Stingley. We don't really know if he's gonna be a buzz or
he gotta just get over
he
the
gonna
injury,
be just-
but you already knew you was taking a gamble because you took him injured out of college. So that was an issue.
And that's Nick Caserio problem. He needs to stop drafting these injury prone ass players because Juice Scruggs was injured, Stingley was injured, and look at him now. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and Kenyon Green, he had an injury problem in college too, and look at him now. Like all these players that had a history,
he's drafting off potential. And there's nothing wrong with that. He's drafting off what they used to be before the injury.
Well, first off, when we talk about potential, I don't know what kind of potential he's seen in Kenyon Green because I haven't seen a flash of that from last season when he was playing.
But I think that's just work ethic with him. I feel like he has talent. He just has a poor work ethic. So that's not a good combination.
So you just think
you can't be good and lazy.
Just lazy, yeah. He might be. Well, week 4, we got some good games. I think everybody's pretty planning a pretty good game. We just gonna fly through these. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much say who we predict gonna win and move on. Detroit, Green Bay, solid game Thursday night. I'm gonna roll with Green Bay on this one. I think Jordan Love been pretty good so far, man.
I'm riding with the Lions, and you know why? Hey, Jordan Love has been good, but without the running back duo combination that they need in Green Bay, I don't see them getting it done.
What's your prediction?
Hey, this one here gonna be a nail biter. I'm saying like 2017 on this one.
That's fair. Spread 2 points.
Yeah, that game gonna be close. It really, you can tip the scale to go anyway. I'm just gonna ride with Detroit because they came out and they actually proved that they can actually win some games. They let the one from Seattle get away from them just due to turnovers and poor play. But once they got their head on straight, they came out and dominated against Atlanta. They showed they can beat teams like Kansas City. So I feel like they can beat Green Bay too.
Okay. Well, this one should be pretty good as well. International series, Jacksonville in London, facing off against the Falcons. Got to worry about Bijan. You think y'all gonna better slow him down?
Hell no. We couldn't even slow down Damian Pierce or nothing else. Now, the Wayne thing that I will say, if our defense can show up, the game might be close. But offensively, Atlanta got us it should be heavily favored for them. This one right here might actually be a shootout because every game that I always go to England, I always be high. I'm looking at maybe like 31-28. But I think it might lean towards Atlanta. That's what I'm scared of.
I think you far off. I think Jacksonville get their second victory of the season, and they beat Atlanta probably anywhere from like, now you said 17, probably 17-10, bro. I don't think Desmond really gonna do too much.
Bro, but he don't have to do. You seen the running backs?
Yeah, I
Oh
seen
my God. What's his name? Al Jazeera, and then you got Bijan. Oh my!
I think y'all could slow it down, man. Y'all went too bad against the run last week against the Texans. Wasn't the best, but this week y'all be focused more on just stopping the run because Desmond Ridder, I don't trust his arm. He noodle over there, bro.
Yeah, he can't even get Kyle Pitts the ball.
So look, Miami and Buffalo. I think this is gonna be the best game of the week.
Oh, Miami better pull it out.
2.5 favor for Buffalo. I think Buffalo gonna win the game.
What? Did you not see the same team put up?
Bro,
Tua. Who is gonna
right,
hold
look.
Cheetah?
All right,
Who is gonna hold Cheetah?
You know who gonna hold Cheetah? Number 27.
Bro, that dude time has passed. That dude time has passed.
Well, look.
He's still good, but he's not good enough to hold the Cheetah, man.
Well, he's not gonna hold him by himself. He gonna need some safety help. But
Yeah.
but look, they won 37-3 last week.
Okay.
They only held Washington to 3 points. Dolphins, they put up 70 points, but they allowed 20.
Stop. They got that last touchdown in the fourth quarter when nobody cared.
Hey, all I'm saying is Buffalo got the defense to slow them down.
True.
And
True.
so I'm going to ride
Shout out
with
to Ed Oliver, bro. But y'all not getting the dub.
Buffalo win, bro.
Miami gonna win that. Let's go, Cheetah.
Close game, 3 points, maybe.
Nah. I'm not trusting. I'm not trusting no team unless Zach Wilson beat them.
I give you the shootout as well. I would say.
Oh, it's gonna be. I say they gonna win by 14.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
All right, people. I'm
talking about 42-28. I give them 28. I give them that.
Hell nah. Hell nah.
Tua finna go out. Tua finna pass for 400.
No, he not.
Tua passed for 400.
No, he didn't pass for 400 last week. He damn sure ain't.
He did it the week before. He got tired.
Man.
Come on, man. Come on. He got tired.
Bro, Tua gonna get sacked, bro. He gonna be under pressure.
Oh, no.
Watch. All right. Well, look. Denver, Chicago. Who you riding with?
Bro, hey, I'm riding with the team that need to win the most. Chicago, y'all need this. Y'all need this. Cause let me tell you something. I feel like if Justin Fields can't get this dub against his terrible defense, I'm telling you, he gonna be requesting a trade.
I'm riding with the spread, bro.
Uber Flus. Your job is on the line. Uber Flus.
Sean Payton getting his dub.
Hey. Uber Flus.
3.5 favorite for Denver. I'm riding with Russell Wilson. Because at least he's a real quarterback. And he knows what he's doing.
Justin Fields a real quarterback? No, he don't know what he's doing right now.
He's a real running back that throws the ball.
Okay. And so was Tim Tebow. So was
And where's Tebow at right now?
He commentating. But
yeah,
that's besides the point.
He's been commentating for a long time now.
Yeah, he has.
Baltimore and Cleveland. This should be another good game as well.
Yeah. And then the fact that I don't know, man. Cleveland never does good against their own division. So I really feel like Lamar Jackson will have a good game.
He is, but I wouldn't put too much past Deshaun. I think this would probably be the game Deshaun really gotta prove himself to see if he still got it. Like I think Deshaun need to go out there, probably throw about 300 some yards, maybe 2 touchdowns through the air, touchdown on the ground, something like that.
Yeah, he gotta do all of that. Cause especially with no Nick Chubb, but I ain't gonna lie though, Jerome and Kareem been doing their thing though. I likes that.
Yeah, we need to see Deshaun dominate on all phases of the game.
Well, they gotta play the Bears.
They
gotta play the Bears to do that, or they gotta play the Broncos or something. They're not gonna do that against none of their division.
Damn, he that bad?
Who?
We talking about Cleveland, right?
Yeah, no, I'm saying though, you saying about for him to get the numbers that you talking about, they got to do that against somebody like those type of teams. In their division, all the defenses in their division is good, except for I don't know. No, Cincinnati has a good defense. It's just
they all got good defenses, but I think he gonna have to ball out. That's all I'm saying.
Man, he got a ball outside of the division.
Well, look, Cincinnati and Tennessee. I'm riding with Cincinnati on this one, bro.
Not with that one-legged Joe Burrow.
Shit, he better than 2 legs Tannehill.
Hey, this is gonna be a Will Levis sighting.
And the spread only 2 points. I think it's gonna be about a 10-point victory.
Because they know Derrick Henry finna get more than 20 yards than what he did last week. That 20-yard stuff ain't gonna last.
It's 10 points going towards Cincinnati for me.
Man, damn.
You really think they're gonna lose to Tennessee?
It's a possibility. You know what? All you need is Derrick Henry to have a solid game on the ground.
It's a possibility.
Ryan Tannehill can pretty much just, guide him through the rest of the way.
It's a possibility until kickoff. Los Angeles and the Colts is also another good game. Like I said, bro, every week, well, not every week, but this week, bro, every game is pretty competitive. As far as what's on paper, it's pretty competitive. Indianapolis Rams. I'm riding with the Rams on this one. I think they get it done.
Yeah, because don't nobody want to trust no Gardner Minshew.
No, I think Richardson gonna be back this week.
Are you gonna be back?
Yeah, he should be back.
Yeah, I don't want him to get hit by. If he get hit by Aaron Donald, that's another concussion. He can't have three concussions.
If one thing for sure, bro, he ain't gonna do all that running against the Rams. I don't think so. They gonna make him sit in that pocket and throw that ball. And
That's not gonna work then.
That's why I say Rams gonna get the dub. Tampa and New Orleans. New Orleans at home. That's gonna be another solid divisional matchup.
Tampa gonna win that. I don't trust Jameis Winston.
Yeah, I was about to say if Derek Carr's still out, I don't trust Jameis to really get the dub.
But they do get Alvin Kamara back, so that might be a big step in the right direction for them.
Jameis really not bad.
Yeah, but he turnover prone.
He is, but if they can hand it off a little bit more than him,
they might well put Taysom Hill in.
No, because Taysom Hill really can't throw.
He can run though. Just do a whole bunch of different run schemes.
Yeah, all that's gonna lose the game. Tampa win the game.
I told you. Hey.
Washington and Philly. What you got?
You know damn well I'm taking Philly. I don't trust no Sam Howell. You saw it? Hey, look. They might well just go ahead and just start putting in Jacoby Brissett or just put in their ticket for the goddamn Caleb Williams sweepstakes.
I think Washington is a mediocre team that could possibly. They gonna lose it. They gonna lose the game, but I think it's gonna be competitive.
Yeah, like
it's a divisional rivalry game.
Is Chase Young playing yet?
I haven't heard of sighting of Chase Young.
Oh God, that's why they didn't pick up his 5th-year option. Bro, dude is injury prone. I hate that.
Minnesota and Carolina.
Hey, Minnesota, you got to get your first win this week. You got to. I'm sorry.
I see Minnesota winning this game. Actually, I think they might win this game by a large margin.
Man, did you see what Andy Dalton did last week? That dude is terrible.
I seen a couple plays, but he didn't look bad when I was looking.
He must have looked when he run out to the field. When he got on the field,
I seen him throw a couple passes.
Hey, but you know what? How does he always get to How does he get to keep a job, but nobody wants to sign Colin Kaepernick? He said he's not gonna take no more knees. Hey, he sent that letter to the Jets. He don't even want to. He just want to be on the practice squad and earn his spot. Hey, you can at least give him a shot. Because I'm telling you, I believe that even at 35 years old, he better than a lot of the stuff that's in the NFL right now. I'm talking to you, bum of the week. Yeah, you.
He probably is better than Zach Wilson. I can give you that. He's better than a lot of backups too. I mean, to be truly honest.
Hey,
so
Cam Newton, put your cleats on, bro. Go try out for the Jets.
Funny you mentioned Cam. I forgot all about Cam.
Hey, put your cleats on, bro. Go suit up. We need you in New York.
Cam done, bro.
They need you in Gotham, bro.
I think he done.
Shit.
He done.
Zach Wilson should have been done. Hey, anything better than what they got right now.
The only thing that's saving Zach Wilson is he probably like 12 years younger than Cam.
Hey. Matt Ryan, Joe Flacco, they need you in Gotham, bro. They need you in New York, bro.
Well, another good division rivalry. Vegas and the Chargers.
No, it's not. Who the Raiders backup quarterback?
Ah, shit. I forgot he's hurt.
Well, Justin Herbert finna just throw all over the ball. You know the Raiders got terrible defense because you know the defensive end not even playing. They talking about
Chandler Jones.
Yeah, they talking about he's something wrong with him mentally or something. I don't understand. The Raiders always recruit these top athletes and then they ruin them.
Man, 5.5 favor for the Chargers too. Might be more like 15.
And the crazy part about it is the Chargers lost Mike Williams for the rest of the season. He tore his ACL.
I seen that.
But this is good for Quentin Johnson to step up and Keenan Allen. If he can stay healthy, it's going to be great. Austin Eckler, hopefully he coming back from his little injury. They should be good.
Yeah, the Chargers probably going to make the playoffs. Even though they 1-2 right now, I see them as a playoff team for sure. They going to beat the Raiders. Now that you mentioned that that they had lost Garoppolo.
Yeah, it's no point. It's no point even mentioning
point.
them. All right, my bad, BJ. My bad, David. But y'all need some help on the offensive side of the ball, bro.
Well, they got a lot of work, bro, and they'll figure it out.
Josh McDaniel, this is last year.
Yeah, I know you gotta go, so I'm gonna continue to wrap this episode up for everybody.
Go Charlo. Cause we was talking about boxing next, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Dame, bro. Congratulations, bro. You made it to the Bucks. Hey, you and Giannis, that's gonna be a great duo.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get on that next. What up? This episode is incomplete, but it still got a lot of good things. Listen to us next week. Thank you for your support.